Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I am back at Julius Kleiner Park today, and I again have the little Potensic Atom with me. I have been pretty pleased with this little drone. The other day out at Heroes Park, I went through the intelligent flight modes with it, and they all worked quite well. So what do we want to accomplish today? We're going to take this guy up and we're going to set it up on a Waypoint mission. If it works like it did on the Potensic Atom SE, it's pretty easy to set up and should be pretty easy to accomplish. So anyway, I just wanted to show you all the features of this particular product, and we definitely don't want to forget Waypoint missions. So yeah, let's just put this guy up in the air and let's give it a shot. And if we have enough battery power and we have enough time, I want to take some pictures with it too. I just realized that I haven't done much of that either. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Hey, okay, I've got the drone fired up and screen recorder started. Let's get into the app here. It's already telling us takeoff permitted. I see we're down to 96% battery. It's already started to discharge. I charged this a few days ago. So let's go ahead and look in the safety menu. Speed settings in normal, that's fine. Signal loss, we want it to return to home. Our return to home height is set at 35 meters. Yeah, infinity on distance, 117 max altitude, so that's fine. Battery is fine, so looks like we are good to go. Moving the camera around here to kind of get you at the center. My camera's not exactly perpendicular here, but that's okay, the Action 2 camera. Let's go ahead and start recording now. We're shooting in 4K 30. Started recording, and yeah, let's do a takeoff on the app. And it wants us to confirm that the battery's in there. That's not a bad thing. Let's slide. Does that every time, I've noticed. So there's the little drone up in the air, and nice and stable as it's proved to be. And one thing about this guy, there is no obstacle avoidance, so it's not going to give us a hard time if we bring it in close. So we'll bring it in nice and close to the camera here, and yeah, I'm going to have to point it off in a direction here so that we can avoid. There's some people in the picnic shelter kind of over there, so I'm just kind of pointing it in a direction that we avoid them to do our droney. But let's do the droney. Reversing up now. Reverse and up. And I am moving the drone over a little bit so that we miss that picnic shelter, and off we go. And we don't need to go too far out there. And boy, I'm seeing a little bit of stuttering on my FPV screen that I have not seen with this drone before. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, yeah, boy, my FPV feed is just a mess here, so I don't know what that's about. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause here for a second, put my phone in airplane mode. That's the first time I've had that problem with this drone. So anyway, we're in airplane mode. We'll see if that'll help. See if that helps our FPV feed. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, this is, wow, this is disappointing. Yeah, and it's returning, and God, we weren't 170 meters away, and we lost connection, and I was pointed straight at the drone. That is really disappointing. I don't know what that's about. So I wonder if that could be. I am using the DJI wireless mic, and that was the problem with the other Atom drone. So I am going to shut off the receiver. I'm going to start recording directly to the mic. And now it's saying the drone is about to reach maximum height. Why would that be? What the hell is going on here? Okay. I am shutting that off. we had our height altitude. Why it's going up that high? Because we had our, yeah, and I've got control back. This is bizarre. Because we had our altitude set, max altitude at 117 meters, and we had return to home altitude set at 35 meters. Now the drone is landing. Well, that's disheartening. That is disheartening. So, yeah. Anyway, I have the receiver off on the wireless mic. So in fact, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it back in the, well, let's just go ahead and land this guy first. One thing at a time. And yeah, we do have to, and it's coming down kind of right on top of us here. Although with that dialog box in the middle of the screen, you can't see where it's landing. Which Potensic, you don't need that dialog box on the whole time. It looks like it's pretty close. It's pretty darn close. It's going to land. In fact, I think it's going to be right on the pad. Yeah, it's right on the pad. So I'm picking up the camera right now. Or trying. Yeah, we're picking up the camera. It is right on the pad. Okay, I'm not even going to stop recording. And we're going to start over here. But I'm going to take the DJI wireless receiver. I already turned it off, but I'm taking it out of the camera and I'm going to put it back in its case. Okay, let's try this over again. I'm going to, yeah, we're going to hit takeoff again and we'll try that one more time. And could that have been, you know, I forgot because I've had a couple of really good flights with this drone. I forgot about that interference on the previous Atom SE with the wireless mic, but yeah, let's try it again. Dropping that camera down, and let's do another droney and let's see how it does. We got out about 100, and I'm adjusting the vector there because I want to miss. There's some people over there in a picnic shelter, and I want to be way away from where they're at. And again, you can see it says return to home height is set at 35 meters. Got the flat part of the antennas pointed right at the drone. You know what? Our FPV is good. I'm going to say that's it. Having that mic receiver on is what caused that issue. And I had forgotten all about that. And of course, look at our, you can see our, we've got a very tilted horizon here as well. And I saw that. Let me see if I can straighten it out. There, we straightened it out by yawing that direction. Okay, and that's facing into the sun. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's start off here, and then of course as soon as I turn that way, it tilts the horizon, but not too bad. Let's get pointed at the Boise front here, and maybe we can take some pictures. So I'm going to stop recording now. And I'm going to switch to camera mode. And so we're in camera mode here, and let's, I'm going to see if I can take a picture clicking the shutter on the controller. I assume it took a picture, but we're going to try it again on the app. Yeah, I think it did, so I think we got a couple of pictures there. And that's with the sun behind the drone. And we're going to yaw the other way and move forward here a little bit. And hopefully, God, I would like to see that horizon flatten out a little bit. Let's go ahead and put it into video mode and see if that helps our horizon a little. Let me yaw back. See if I can straighten it out. Okay, yeah, sort of. Yeah, that's fairly straight. Okay, then I'm going to go back the other way in video mode here and see if we can keep it straight. Yeah, sort of. It's tilted a little bit, but not nearly to the point that it was. So we're kind of facing into the sun, so I'm going to drop the camera down, and you can see a lot of reflection there, and let's take a picture. Boom, and we're already down to 69% battery, so if we are going to do a waypoint mission, we better get after it. So I'm going to pick up the camera there a little bit, and I'm going to leave it in that video mode, trying to get it adjusted. And we're going to bring up the map here, and I'm going to click on that little button kind of in the middle on the right-hand side. And I believe that puts me in, yeah, that puts me in waypoint mode. Let's click on those three dots and see what they, well, yeah, so that gives us, I believe that gives us the ability to set waypoints. So I don't know, let's go to kind of four corners of the park here. Yeah, there's one. And you can see where I'm standing there and where the drone is. There's two. There's three. There's four. And then let's go, well, let me see if I can move this map. Let's go over the top of the shopping center here. Whoops. Yeah, that's too far away. It says it won't let me go that far. Okay. So let's go in the middle of the lake here. There's 5. And then, I forgot about the other side of the park. Let's click over there. 6. And then for the last waypoint, let's bring it back to us here. So anyway, this is quite a little waypoint, and we're going to click go. And we're going to swipe. And looks like it's heading to its first waypoint, and I can't remember. Oh, we need to start recording. So I started recording there. So let's let it hit its waypoints here. I'm going to bring the map back up, and we can see it's and it's going at 6 meters per second, which is top speed in video mode. And I think because we're shooting in video, we're going to want to leave it in that mode. And while we're doing that, I'm going to shut off the Action 2 camera because there's no point in having it running when it's not looking at anything. So yeah, it's getting to its first waypoint mission. Yeah, this is the first waypoint mission, but it's first waypoint. So I am going to give you a little warning there. Do not use your DJI mic system or anything that transmits on that frequency while you're flying this drone, because we learned the hard way there. When I took off there the first time, we just did not have control of the drone. And then what I also thought was weird is that it rose to 119.5 meters high when we don't even have the top altitude. We didn't even have set that high, and we had the return home altitude set at 30 or 35 meters. I can't remember which. Anyway, now it's on its way to its second waypoint. And boy, we got some nice colors, and we got a nice flat horizon. I'm telling you, the secret to this guy with a flat horizon is to put it in video mode. And I think that's fair at this price point. I had a commenter on my last video. I don't know if they know anything or not, but they said that this was something that Potensic was going to address in a firmware update. That'd be awesome if they did. If you could fly in normal mode and keep a good stable horizon, that'd be great. Now in sport mode flying that fast is hard on a gimbal. You've got to have a really good gimbal. Look, it did a spin there and it stayed perfectly flat. So that's perfect. That's great. And that, again, that's in video mode, and that horizon was perfect. And you saw the drone make a quick spin there when it's headed to its next waypoint. It's headed to waypoint number 3, which is in the other corner of the park over there. And the drone is just about right above us right now. Where are we at battery? Oh God, we got plenty of battery. We're at 53% battery, so it's going to complete this waypoint mission without any issues at all. Yeah, so the things that I've already spoken about aside, you know, with regard to a tilted horizon, and with regard to what we saw there on that connection, and you know, this, I'm telling you, this drone is a fabulous value. $399 for the Fly More kit. That's 3 batteries in the whole kit. And by the way, Potensic gives you a charger too. So, you know, a lot of drones now, they don't even give you a charger. So where are we at here? Let's bring that map up again. We are on our way to waypoint number 4, which is kind of in the corner of the parking lot over there. And I wanted to go further, but it wouldn't let us. So you bear that in mind. You cannot set a waypoint more than 500 meters from your home point. So be aware of that. I know some people like to be able to set waypoint missions even beyond their control signal range. And I know there's some drones that will do that. So it's almost to number 4. Let's look at it spin around here. That is the village shopping center that you're looking at in front of us. And it'll spin around here, heading to number 5. And I think we set that in the middle of the lake. And yeah, then we're going to head over to the other far end of the park and then bring it on home. And again, it's pretty clear to me that we have plenty of battery to be able to do this. So we'll let it finish up here. So it should be getting to, yeah, number 5. We're awful close. And then it'll go to the other corner of the park. So, you know, you could set the angle of the camera if you wanted it pointed further down. You could do that. And there, we're heading to that other corner of the park. We've got 23 satellites, which is good. If you look up at that top, that -8 is the degrees that we have the gimbal pointed down. Got good signal strength. And by the way, you know, we're talking about signal strength. I had that initial issue. This whole time the drone's been behind me and so forth, and I've been literally pointed away from the drone and not had another issue. So it's clearly that microphone system, particularly, like I've got the transmitter on me right now, but I'm just recording to it. It's not transmitting to the receiver on the camera, and that appears to be where the problem lies. So just bear that in mind. Now, could I have walked away from the camera further and would it have been fine? Yeah, potentially. I can't say that for sure, and you know what? I don't even want to find out. Don't need to. I can record to the mic on this thing. And you know what? Most people aren't recording live audio like I'm doing. So turning around and heading back to our final waypoint here, I can't remember. Yeah, number 7, it's heading to our final waypoint. And then we'll see how much battery we have left and see what we want to do. Boy, there's a lot of people out here at the park. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, and it's in the mid-70s temperature-wise, little to no wind. So we've got the drone up there a ways. It's up 68 meters in the air. That's, I don't know, I'm just doing the math in my head, about 220 feet, something like that. 210, 220 feet, something like that, close enough. And then I can't remember what it does. I think it just stops when it gets to the end. Didn't take it very long to fly that mission either. So we'll see what it does. Should be almost there. And it should tell me when it completes the mission. And you know what? It didn't. It just didn't tell me anything. It just stopped. So we're going to go... So I want to go back to there, and then I want to change my map to the attitude indicator. Let's spin this guy around, and let's see what else we might want to do. We're awful high. Let's drop this guy down a little ways. I know something we can do over at this roundabout over here. And again, we're going to leave it in video mode. So this is going to test the controls on the drone here. So what I know they did is they just planted some flowers in this roundabout right here. Saw them planting it the other day when I was out for a walk. So I think we ought to just get down and do a look down shot and just see what that looks like. I'm sure they're getting ready for fall. We'll let that car go by or do whatever it's going to do. Okay, now we're going to get over the top of the roundabout. And they were, man, they had a whole truckload of pansies that I thought they were planting. But anyway, let's get over the center. Well, a little bit too far. Let's get over the center of it. Maybe they did, maybe I just can't see them. Let's go straight down. Let's drop some altitude. Yeah, they did plant, they planted them on the very edge there, a bunch of pansies. They're just, we just can't really see them that well. Okay, let's get down here kind of low. And I'm pointed right at the drone because, yeah, you can see they planted them all. So this is where, you know, I need to be a little higher than that because you want to be able to see the whole circle here before we start. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little spin around and reveal. Okay, so we're centered up there, and what I'm going to do, just as on the left stick only, I'm going to push the left stick up, and this time to the right, and that is too fast. I did not want to spin that fast, but we are, so we'll go with it. And as the drone is rising up, we'll pick up that camera and see if we can do a little bit of a reveal on the park. And I think I needed to be a little bit faster picking up that camera. But there's the park. So yeah, I don't know, that looked okay. Okay, we're down to 21% battery. We had, you know, it landed right on the pad last time. Let's drop it down. We're 90 meters high. We don't need to be that high. Let's drop this guy down. In fact, let's fly it out across here. Fly it out across into the field. Sorry about the, man, oh man. Yeah, I need to adjust that yaw. And I believe you can adjust that on this drone. And that definitely kind of threw the horizon off a little bit. So yeah, no, it put itself into return to home. I was going to do that manually, but it did it. And it's going to stay at its, it's a little over, almost 62 meters high. It's going to stay at that height. Boy, look how crooked that horizon is. And we are in, well, it puts it in normal mode. So it's in normal mode on return to home. But yeah, spinning around there messed up that horizon for sure. That's something that Potensic's going to have to get a handle on. But there we are. You can see the landing pad down there, down to 17% battery. We had a good long flight out of this, so no complaints on flight time. And it'll start coming down, and then it'll give us that dialog box that'll cover up the center of our screen, so we won't be able to see what the drone's looking at. And I'm tilting the antennas up, so boy, Potensic, if you could put that dialog box someplace else than other than the center of the screen, that would be helpful. And I think we're going to have to hit pause here or mow some grass on this one. Yeah, okay. Hitting pause now. And I'm going to start the Action 2 camera so that you can see it. Okay, the Action 2 camera has started. No, I don't want it to land. Select landing method. What the heck? It's going to land no matter what I do here, guys. So it wants to go right into landing mode. Are we over the? Let's pick up that camera. Yeah, it's coming down. It says to heck with you. and I missed the pad. I was in front of the pad. Yeah, so bear that in mind, that when it gets down to 10%, it's going to put itself in landing mode. Okay, we're going to remember to stop recording so that we don't get a corrupted file. You want it to be able to close out that file, and it did. And it's beeping, so we're going to get everything, yeah, let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the Potensic Atom, we discovered that it still doesn't like it when you have the wireless mic system off. As soon as I took the receiver off of the Action 2 camera here and put it away, the drone was fine. But it caught me off guard because I'd flown it a couple of times already without an issue. And I don't remember the last time if I had the receiver in or not, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It definitely made a difference this time. So you just got to remember that. You can't use your wireless mic when you're flying this guy. Other than that, the control system actually is quite good that I've seen other than that. So the other thing that kind of reared its ugly head again here today is that crooked horizon. They need to fix that. I mean, it worked okay when we put it in film mode, or in, yeah, the video mode they call it. There's video mode, normal mode, and sport mode. And what I found is in normal and sport, you can really get a crooked horizon. It seems to do much better in video mode. So all that aside, and I'm sure it probably just doesn't allow the drone to bank or to pitch as much when it's in that mode. But it's still something they need to get a handle on in order for this drone to really be competitive. So hopefully that'll come in a firmware update. Other than that, I still see it as a great value. $299 for the standard kit on Amazon and $399 for the full-on kit, and that's without any discount codes or anything. And occasionally they'll put one of those discount check marks on there or whatever. So anyway, I just see it as not, you saw the video quality on it. The video quality looks quite good. Now, also, gosh, the main subject of this video was the Waypoint mission, and it was, as you saw, it was extraordinarily easy to set up. It flew the mission perfectly, so yeah, no complaints there either. We did notice the limitation is you can't set a waypoint more than 500 meters from your home point, so remember that. And then we also took a couple of pictures too, so I haven't seen those yet. I'm anxious to see how those look. Anyway, this will probably be, let me stand back here so I don't, let me get the mic shadow out of the picture here, try at least. I probably won't fly this drone again for a while. We'll wait till they get a firmware update. We've gone through all the 90% of the features of the drone, so let's see if they get a firmware update that maybe helps with that horizon, and we'll fly this guy again. But again, I think this is, I can recommend this drone. I think it's probably not a bad way to start if you're looking for a full-featured drone that has a lot of intelligent flight modes, waypoints, tracking, etc. In any case, that's it. Enough jibber-jabber. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video today. And yeah, we'll see you on we'll stumble around here. We'll see you on the next one. The Potensic Atom, not a bad little drone.